Hey up, me old mucker, your pal Mark from the Gamebusters UK squad with some Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelists of the Roses content. Yes, it's back. Jay's Let's Play of this game may be over, but I've decided to make a little mini-series based on deck builds. One deck build in particular to get you started. It's an insect deck build, and there will be a further 3 videos to do with this deck, so get familiar with it. It's a very, very good deck in my opinion. I've completed the campaign, both campaigns, with using this deck. It took a while to build up. It's basically Weevil's deck with a few modifications, a few very decent modifications of my own design. Basically, you saw I had Monster Tamer there. Monster Tamer has a very handy effect. You can win Monster Tamer off the Labyrinth Ruler if you're doing the Red Rose campaign. And basically, when you flip Monster Tamer up, he will give all insect monsters a 300 attack and defense bonus. The deck also has 3 Man-Eater bugs, which is very, very useful because when Man-Eater bug is flipped face up, he destroys whatever monster is attacking him without having to actually fight the monster. So basically, you can get rid of some pretty strong cards with that effect. I have 3 Laser Cannon armor and 3 Insect armor with Laser Cannon, and 3 of the almighty Cocoon of Evolution, and I believe I also have 3 Needleworms and 3 Lava Moths. Only a smattering of traps, Infinite Dismissal twice, Tears of the Mermaid, Negate Attack, and 1 ritual card, Javelin Beetle Pact, which you need Hercules Beetle as well as 2 insect monsters on the field to sacrifice in order to summon the almighty Javelin Beetle. But the real pulling point which this deck builds up to is summoning Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth. Now I have managed to it's possible to get 3 Perfectly Ultimate Great Moths out with this deck if you play your cards right. Pun intended. I've only managed to get 2 out at the same time. Never managed to get 3 on the board, but it's just an amazing deck in my opinion, because you're pretty much always guaranteed to be able to get Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth out, or at least have a shot of summoning Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth, which is an amazing card, as well as being the most powerful insect-type monster in the game, and I believe in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game in real life still. The undisputed king of the insect kingdom, the Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth. Its effect in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelists of the Roses is very, very good. When it's face up in defense position, each turn, all of your opponent's monsters take a 100 point decrease in attack and defense for as long as Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth is face up in defense position. And that can cause some real havoc with your opponent's deck. So I thought I would start this little series off against Weevil, see if we can beat him at his own game, see if we can summon Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth before he does. And afterwards, in the next part, I face my Valentine. In the 3rd video, we'll be facing Kaiba, Seto Kaiba, and in the 4th video, we'll be playing against Yugi himself. So you have a lot to look forward to. I haven't been around on the channel for a while, so get used to hearing my wonderfully rambling commentary again. I'm sure you're already sick and tired of it, but, you know, what can I do? What can I do? If I could switch voices with Patrick Stewart, I would, but alas, the machine that can do that hasn't been invented yet. I have to say, I would either trade voices with Patrick Stewart, Terrence Stamp, Morgan Freeman, or Ian Glenn, who plays Ser Jorah on the Game of Thrones, in the Game of Thrones series. He has a wonderful voice. I would trade voices with any of those people. And Sean Bean. Oh, you can't forget Sean Bean. But enough about my voice confusions. Yeah, we actually see basic insect take out a monster. How often do you see that? Not too often, I'll tell you that. This is actually the 2nd time that I've tried recording this commentary, because I got a good 10 minutes into the my first attempt before realizing the little red light, which means my microphone is muted, was on. And then I checked my Audacity file and I realized, I wasn't being picked up at all. So I'm basically gonna repeat myself. Yeah, because I kind of remember what I was talking about. I was talking about various different things, but you know, it's only 5 o'clock, but you know, it's British winter time. I think that's a thing. I mean, we have British summertime. I would assume winter time is a thing here. It's pitch black outside. It's pitch black outside. You'd have to go out with a mag light. Luckily, I do own a mag light. A very nice light. Torch, rather, you know. It's all the police use. But anyway, it's 7 minutes past 5 on the 16th of the 11th, 2013. You know, a month and some change until Christmas. So yeah, Christmas shopping needs to be done. You know, it's just that time of year where the time goes too quick. You want to get so much done that you just can't ever get it all done. You can't please everybody at this time of year, really. There's so much going on. Like I say, I've been away from my channel for some time. I haven't really recorded anything new for my personal channel, so I've just been out of the YouTube circuit for a while. I doubt that anyone misses me. But you know, it's just a case of prioritising. You know, if I was one of these massive YouTubers like the Yogscast, or you know, people like PewDiePie, they make ridiculous amounts of money, and it's their full-time job for them. You know, if they're short of a few bob, just make a 2-minute long video and they're guaranteed to get, you know, hundreds of thousands of views. And that generates you know, a neat little sum for them. But you know, this channel is it's coming along nicely. You know, we're halfway to 1,000 subscribers, which is nice. I mean, if we ever reach 1,000 subscribers, that will be a milestone well and truly reached. Now, this is an interesting story. Silverfang is one of my favourite cards. It's sort of like the mascot of my personal channel. He's in my channel avatar. And wolves as animals, I'm a fan of wolves. I mean, I can't deny it. So when the opportunity came to record the 3D battle animation, I jumped at the chance because odds are I'm probably going to end up using this little sequence or portions of this sequence in my personal channel's intro, because I'm looking to make a channel intro, and you know, this is a pretty cool animation from Silverfang, the wolf. But yeah, I love wolves. Colchester Zoo has a pack of timber wolves, I think, which I would very much love to see. You know, it's definitely a day out in my book. If I could see the Timberwolves, you know, might do it someday. I'll get around to it someday. You know, and my favourite band is Nightwish, the Finnish symphonic metal band. They're just the best band in my opinion. Love their music. One of their songs is about wolves. Well, it's called 7 Days to the Wolves, and it's one of my favourite songs by them. I could, you know, quite comfortably listen to it 4 or 5 times in one sitting. And you know, I'm just fascinated by wolves in general. I'd have to say they are my favourite animal. The film The Grey, featuring Liam Neeson, is about wolves. I think an airplane crashes, and Liam Neeson has to corral these survivors, and they sort of have to try and make their way to safety while they're being hunted by this pack of wolves. It's quite a good film. You know, I'd give it 3 stars out of 5. I mean, the only downward point for me, I guess, would be the ending. I didn't really like the ending, but I'm not going to spoil it because this isn't a movie review. This is gameplay. But you know, I like to talk about other things. I have very broad tastes. I don't just game, you know. I would like to make videos about lots of things, you know. That's another bad point about not being able to attack this channel as much as I would like to, and indeed my own channel, is I would really like to get back into vlogging. But anyway, I've talked about everything but the actual what's going on in this match. Weevil managed to get the Javelin Beetle packed out, so he summoned Javelin Beetle, which is his second most powerful card, only after Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth. I myself managed to get Larvae Moth equipped with the Cocoon of Evolution, so I have Larva of Moth on the field there, and in a few turns time it'll turn into Pupa of Moth, and then after one turn it'll turn into Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth. So I think it's safe to say that I've managed to beat him at his own game and get the Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth out. But just equipped Quagga Hercules there with a equip card to give him essentially a 1,000-point boost when you consider the terrain, the forest terrain. And it kind of lured his Javelin Beetle into attack, so that was a really neat bit of strategizing, if I do say so myself, to get rid of a potential threat there, a definite threat from Javelin Beetle. And another animation. You know, I think these animations are very, very smooth. For PlayStation 2 graphics, they look very clean, crisp, and there's a lot of good special effects going on here. You know, and I was impressed with the PlayStation 1 counterpart, the Forbidden Memories on PlayStation 1. The animations for that are actually quite good, you know, for a PlayStation 1 game. But they're definitely a lot more refined, tuned up in the Duelists of the Roses, as you would expect, being on a higher generation console, the PlayStation 2. And indeed, another game on the PlayStation 2, another Yu-Gi-Oh! Game on the PlayStation 2, Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters Colosseum. They also have that game also has pretty crisp and clean attack animations. I'm doing a Let's Play of that on my personal channel. I haven't actually recorded anything for a while though. There you go, I got Pupa of Moth now. One more turn and that'll turn into Perfectly Ultimate. And we've reached the mark where I pretty much realised last time around that I was basically, you know, talking to myself because my mic was muted. But I've learned from my mistakes. You see, you can spend years doing YouTube, but you still make the same rookie mistakes, the same schoolboy errors. I've got a bottle of Fanta for me here because this video is all in one lump. I've got the My Valentine fight after this. It's 39 minutes. So I tend to get a bit dehydrated, but my Let's Players drink recommendation would have to be Fanta. I've become a fan of Fanta again. It has good taste, orange flavour, you know. I did used to, well, I still am a massive fan of Cherry Coke, I mean, but at the moment, Fanta has regained top spot in my fizzy drink championships. Cherry Coke is having to sit tight in second place. Probably Dr. Pepper sitting in third, maybe Pepsi Max, not too sure. But yeah, always have a drink when you're doing these sort of commentaries. When you know you're going to be sitting here talking to your computer screen for a long time, always make sure you've got a drink, or even some munchies. Oh, no, I really want a bag of Skittles, or I'll tell you what I do love. Is these bags of giant Cadbury's buttons. Oh, brilliant. They were on special offer in my local co-op, but they're not anymore. I'm not a fan of the co-op. Their prices are ridiculous. I mean, I go down to the local Asda because I work there, so and by and large their prices are better. So, you know, if you're stocking up for a big session of recording content, my advice would be make sure you got at least a couple of bottles of fizzy drink, and a few snacks. Yeah. Jaffa cakes are a good one. Yeah, Jaffa cakes are a good one. And also, cherry bakewells are a little bit impractical when you're trying to record. They are brilliant though. They are brilliant though. You cannot fault a cherry bakewell. You cannot. So my previous screen started to lag a little bit, but that's because well, basically I use Sony Vegas Studio now, but I find it's easier to do the commentary in Windows Live Movie Maker. So what I do is I put the video in Windows Live Movie Maker as if I'm about to make a, you know, save project. But what I do is I just watch it in the preview screen and do the commentary that way, and then just sling it all on Vegas. I must say, my first time using Vegas was hand in hand with this batch of content, this Yu-Gi-Oh! The Doors to the Roses content, and that video was only 4.5 minutes long, but the rendering process took almost 2 hours. So, you know, this video is going to be what, 20 minutes? 20 odd minutes. I shudder to think how long the rendering process is going to be for this one. But once again, I'm still on my laptop, you see. I haven't completely pushed everything over onto the gaming PC. Even though, you know, I've got it all set up now. I've got the Windows 7 OS running on it. I've got, you know, the only thing I need to do is I was going to use a PCI wireless card to get my Wi-Fi signal, but instead I've opted to buy. Well, I do have the PCI wireless card. I'm just not going to bother and putting it in the motherboard. Instead, what I'm going to do is what, funnily enough, Jamie, little USBs that have the Wi-Fi built into them, so you can connect to your Wi-Fi via these little, you know, USB dongle type things. And yeah, that was recommended to me by Jamie, another squad member of the Gamebusters UK. He's the one that does the Oddworld Abe's Exodus playthrough. Check that out if that's your thing. He's also done Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. It's probably what he's most well known for on this channel, as opposed to myself, who's just known for rambling on. I must say the previous screen has reached new heights of lag, but that's not a big problem. I can still see what's going on. It's just a little bit behind. Oh no, I can't see what's going on, sorry, but I can hear it. Great Moth, Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth is about to bring the smackdown on some monster. Quagga Hercules. So the video is a little bit behind on the sound, well, the video is as opposed to the audio on my previous screen, but you know, a not very powerful laptop combined with Windows Live Movie Maker, that's to be expected. A very peculiar position I'm in now, where I can't actually commentate on what's going on because I can't see what's going on. So yes, I have 3 more videos of this coming up. The next video will be taking on My Valentine. And yeah, we've won!